So this is Newcastleton. So we're here at Newcastleton, and we've got the War Memorial here. It's quite a nice little village place, this place. Kind of show you around. Pretty much the high street bit here. That's where it came down, right there. You've got the War Memorial. You've got a little river behind it as well, behind the houses. So and it's a perfect weather for riding conditions as well. Got my bike over there, so I was just sitting down just having a bit of a rest. I'm going to go around where the river is in a minute. I was going to fill the bike up, but it's card only and I've only got cash, so I'll have enough to get back to Jedburgh, so I should be alright. But I wish they would accept cash, these places, instead of these cards and stuff, you know what I mean? Be a bit frustrating. So anyway, this is Newcastleton. Just on the border with England and Scotland, so it's in Scotland, of course. And I'm going to do a bit more recording when I get over where the river is. So I'm going to have a nice caramel latte there. Anyway, I will speak soon. Right, I've took my gloves off for now, just while I'm driving around here, because it's just too hot. My hands are sweating. So I'll just have just a general look around here so you can see what it's like. I've got my jacket open because it's absolutely boiling. I'm just kind of just showing you around the place really. That little river there. Because we used to go on the folk festival. We used to camp here over a weekend. I'll drive back around, but you've got the pubs that was opposite us, but the grass fields here is where we used to pitch our tents. It was cool. You've got the river down there, and in the height of summer everyone used to go in the river because it gets absolutely roasting up here in the summertime. Just little cottage houses, a lot of them. Drive down the bottom and I'll come back up. That turn round, look, because I want to show you the park where we used to play when we were kids. I started coming up here camping with my parents when I was about 8 years old on the folk festival. Is this the one? I don't think it is. Oh, it is. It is. I'll go back. Missed it. Right. Yeah, but on the village over there, that's where we used to put the tents. And in the park, it's just literally there, the park. And in the grass bits there as well, that's where people would pitch the tents as well. With the Newcastleton Folk Festival. That was another lifetime ago. God, it's over 40 years ago. I'll just go down this way, look. Drive down a bit, we'll swing back round. Usually I don't drive on my gloves, but I just need to, my hands are just sweating too much. Now we just go right up there, and then I've got probably another spam call phone us again as usual. And then we'll have a drive down and I'll go and park up and have a caramel latte with any luck. Have a cafe there. Some people on the bikes there as well. Oh, some of these. So that's where the pubs are on the left hand side there. That's where everyone used to go and drink and play the folk music and everything. So it was cool. Right, so let's go back down to the river and I can have a caramel latte. I've got my flask and everything with us. So peaceful around here. It's quite busy actually in the little village. Usually there's just nobody there. A bit further down so I don't get disturbed by anyone. Because it would have been right down here where we're camped. So I remember walking up and I used to have to turn into there to go to the pub to see my dad. So it was on here where we used to have our tents, right here. I'm just going to park right in the corner where there's benches. Actually I'll tell you what, I'll just park like this here. Put it right there so just don't keep an eye on the bike. Go. Right, I will speak a little bit later on. I'll probably record the river on my other camera. Right, speak soon. Right, so now I have a nice caramel latte. Views in the background and that. It's so peaceful here. It really is nice, so quiet. I think it's about, from where I live, I think it's about 8-9 miles away, I think. I'm sure it's 8-9 miles. We've got the river just at the back there. So I'm just having my caramel latte. With the Honda CG125, the one I've got is a 2008 model. The one I had when I was younger, well, I mean, it was a Honda CG 125, but it was blue. But I had that when I was probably first. How old was I? I probably was about 24 when I first got that bike. I've always ridden bikes when I was younger. But I fell in love with the Honda CG. And I mean, the bomb-proof, they're so easy to maintain. The parts cost pennies for them. They're really cheap to insure. And the engines are just bomb-proof on them. And like my old one, the only thing that ever went on my old one was the clutch plate. Well, you expect that. But apart from that, I mean, I bought that bike, just every time I go out it starts up first time. Absolutely perfect bike. But yeah, I'm just trying to show that just because you have L plates and your bike's not a very powerful bike, you can go anywhere you want. It takes a little bit longer. You can't overtake like if you're on the big bikes and stuff. But you can do everything, go anywhere you want on it, apart from motorways of course. But motorways are boring. Who wants to drive on motorways when you can drive on your A and B roads? So, but I'm going to be doing the NC 500 soon, and I cannot wait to do that. I'm going to go all the way up to Inverness, and I'm going to actually do it, so I don't have a lot of days to do it, so I'm going to do it clockwise, because if I do it anti-clockwise then I've got to come back on myself to get to Inverness. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll do it clockwise. I'm going to try and not make this video too long. I'll try not to. But yeah, just see how it goes. But that's going to be happening soon. I've been trying to get on my bike as much as humanly possible, but it's always the weather. It's weather and finding the time as well, because I'm quite busy a lot of the time as well. So, but anyway, I'll speak to you soon as we get back on the road. I don't know, I might go through Keilor, then go through the Keilor Forest Drive on the way back. I don't know yet. But if I do, you'll sure know, because you'll be watching it. Yeah, I might do it that way. I just wish I had put a bit more fuel in the tank before I left home. But I'll have to make that decision soon. Right, I'm going to grab me a cup of coffee and speak in a bit.